So we have millions of worms here. Open fast, Moremi, please. And we want to double it. And 99% of worm population problems are because they are not fed enough or not given enough space. So we want to do both. And I want to show you quickly what we have here. Redwigglers. Open some more for us, please, Moremi. You can open more to the top if you like. You can see there are thousands and thousands of them. Right, let me show you how I double this population. Now before I tell you more, just know that this is a much bigger system than most people require. So if you are looking for something that is smaller, I will link to a video on top that show you three different systems where you can build a smaller system. So the first thing we need to do is choose a location. Now our previous heap was down there. This is a place that we cleared. It's 6 by 15 meters. So we bought some plastic. I'll show you how we unwrap that plastic now. And the reason why we did it so close to the stables is because we need to bring in manure via wheelbarrow. So this was what we had yesterday. And so this is basically what we'll be adding. This is the amount that we'll be adding every day until it is full. So once you have selected your spot, then you need to select, or you need to install water. So this is what we are doing here. We are putting a T-junction in there and the tap, and then we dug a little trench and we are installing water close by the worms. So since the plastic's finished, we now start putting on the manure like that, and then we will inoculate it with some of the old heap. And because this is so big, this will most likely take about a week or two just to cover all the plastic. It might take longer to get it into full production. Let me show you again what it looks like a week from now.
One eternity later.
The 1 week update never happened. This is 1 year later now. And so the whole thing has been filled up like this. And the worms have become plenty. So if you open it up a little bit, come a bit closer, Mika. If you open it up a little bit, you can see, open it like that, you can see all of the worms down there. Now, obviously, this heap is, at the moment, is quite dry. You should water it maybe once or twice a week. There's a couple of aspects that I want you to remember. Bring water close. Make sure you have enough food. Put a plastic tarp underneath. This will help you with two things. It will keep termites out, it will keep ants out. So here we have a space on the tarp that there's no food, so the termites don't come around and continue in it. It's not 100% foolproof, but it does most of the job. Keep food close, keep water close. If you have a bird problem, put a net on it. It doesn't need to be in the shade. Even in our hot, dry climate, the top dries out, everything underneath stays wet. It's like a thick mulch that keeps the water in. Then when we harvest it, we just take half of the pile and we go use it in our gardens, or half of the pile and we sell it. Then we just put new food here. The other half will then inoculate this food, and then when this one is filled, we take the other half. We don't separate the worms necessarily when we use it as a fertilizer, because there's two things that can happen. The worm can die, which will release a lot of nitrogen into the soil, or the worm can stay alive, which will obviously add a lot of fertility to your garden. The way that you know that you need to add more food is when your manure becomes like a clay. I want to see if I can find anything like that here. Okay, I'm not going to squeeze it, but when you squeeze your bedding and it's like a clay, then you know that's been eaten and it's been processed. You need to add more food, or you need to harvest it and put more, take some off and put some new food in. Right, that is the end of my story.